roaring out the battle cry for 2026, Khela Abar Hobe. The Bengal Chief Minister Mamata Banerjee has now made a stunning allegation of fake voters in the state of West Bengal, in the poll-bound state of West Bengal. Mamata Banerjee has claimed that there is an attempt by the BJP to rig the upcoming state elections using fake voters, alleging that the Saffron Party, in collusion with the Election Commission, is linking the cards of legitimate voters in districts such as Murshidabad and Dakshin Dinajpur with names from states like Haryana and Gujarat. Now, while the TMC has accused the Election Commission of foul play, the election watchdog has debunked the charges, clarifying that duplicate EPIC numbers do not imply fake voters, adding that while the numbers of some of the voters may be identical, other details including demographic details, assembly constituency and polling booths are different. In other words, common EPIC numbers are not enough to record multiple votes. But the TMC has rejected the explanation coming in from the Election Commission, now claiming that the tactic was used by the BJP to secure victory in Delhi and Maharashtra. Remember, similar claims of rigging in Maharashtra, which came from the Congress party, were in fact rejected by the TMC, namely Abhishek Banerjee. But now there is a political shift. The BJP has upped the ante against the TMC, calling the allegations baseless. BJP further called it an attempt to spread misinformation, as Mamata Banerjee is fearing a major loss in the 2026 state elections. Now, with more than a year until the Bengal polls after the BJP's stellar victories in Haryana, Maharashtra and Delhi, is Mamata Banerjee now setting the political tone for the 2026 Bengal elections. And now let's get to our guest. I'm joined by Radhika Khera, spokesperson of the BJP, Professor Manojit Mandal, political analyst who takes the side of the TMC, as well as Abhijit Majumdar, author and columnist. Thank you for joining us on the broadcast. Manojit Mandal, I'll come to you first. One big question emerging is that Mamata Banerjee has raised the results of the Maharashtra elections. Now, I remember back in November and December, once the Congress party raised that entire rigging charge, after Omar Abdullah, the first political leader to come out and reject the Congress's allegation, was Abhishek Banerjee, saying that there is no proof of rigging in the Maharashtra elections. He'd also said nothing can be done by just making random statements. All the proof should be given to the Election Commission. Now Mamata Banerjee says that the opposition in Maharashtra could not find out these facts. Please enlighten us about these facts with the TMC, given the fact that the clarification has already come in from the Election Commission.
What is the clarification? The Election Commission is saying that the person had, voting rights in both the states, both in Gujarat and in Bengal. And the same applies to a few others having voting rights both in Haryana and Bengal. What are they saying? They are saying that they are duplicate cards, they are not fake cards. So what do they mean by that? They're saying that
I'll give you an example.
Hang on. This person can vote in both the states. Are they saying this?
No.
Have they acknowledged this? Then what are they saying? You are saying these are not fake but duplicate cards. It's clearly mentioned in the records that these people have voting rights in both the states, but in different name. In some cases, the father's name changed. In some cases, the name of the son is changing. And they are saying that they are duplicate. The examples are in front of your eyes. And you talk about the Maharashtra election. What is the mystery that within a span of 5-6 months between the Lok Sabha election and between the assembly election, you have the rise of voters by huge amount?
Yeah, and that number keeps changing from the Congress camp, but
yes.
Abhishek Banerjee rejected that charge. After Omar Abdullah, Abhishek Banerjee rejected it.
I have not heard the statement by Mr. Banerjee.
Okay.
I am
Mr. Banerjee, nothing can be done by just making random statements. Take proof to the Election Commission. We have managed polls many times. Booth workers see the whole poll process. Mock polls and counting are transparent. This is Abhishek Banerjee. proof of
No,
foul
but
play should be given to the election commission.
No, hang on. You show me the videos of that, statement being given by Mr. Banerjee, and then show the whole entire video. Then I'll comment on that.
Okay, so
Because
you're telling me
one of the most important
so he didn't
leaders
say
of
it.
the
Is that what
party.
you're saying? He didn't say it.
No, I'm saying that I have not heard him saying this.
I think then
you are quoting.
Yeah, I'm quoting him because
You
he
may
said
be-
this
you may
back in November.
You may be extrapolating the statement.
I'm
I have to look
extrapolating
into
the
whole
statement.
statement. So you give me the whole statement or the video that he's saying this.
I think you can do a quick Google search and you can go on Twitter and you can find his bite over there.
I'll do the Google search.
Right.
Even if
go ahead.
Even if he has said so, he has just said that it has to be proven by a document, and the facts are before you. What is the mystery?
Okay,
that
I'll tell you.
between the last two elections, you have exponential rise of the numbers of voters in Maharashtra and in Delhi.
Right.
What
That clarification has come in from the election commission. These are new voters who are being registered. That clarification has come in, and then this entire thing was rejected by the TMC, even the national conference. Now you're taking a U-turn.
No, I don't care about the national conference. I'm not speaking on behalf of the
political party. But you're speaking on behalf of Abhishek Banerjee, correct?
But what I'm saying is very clear. Even in case of this, you are saying that they are the election commission. Okay. Look at the stupidity on the part of the election commission.
I'll give you an example. Now, Mr. Mandal, and before I bring Radhika Kheda in, this is a number that's been put out by the TMC on its social media. It's the EPIC number XYZ0997544. Okay, when you do a search on the electoral portal, the number is associated with 22-year-old Rimpi from Haryana's Hisar and 34-year-old Golam Masoom from West Bengal's Murshidabad. Okay.
So now, how are they becoming duplicates?
No. Now, when you go and vote, I'm sure you voted before as well, your EPIC number is not enough for you to go and vote in any polling booth. Let's assume 22-year-old Rimpi wanted to commit voter fraud and travels all the way to Murshidabad. Let's assume 22-year-old Rimpi even finds Mr. Golam Masoom's polling booth and stands in line in that polling booth. Let's say she enters the polling booth and gives her voter ID card. The official will see, okay, the EPIC number shows Mr. Golam Masoom. And he looks up and it's 22-year-old Rimpi standing in front of him. Do you think she'll have the right to cast her vote in Murshidabad?
This is amazing. I mean, this name. I mean, what about the other case? That means even if the election, the officer who is taking the vote, he will identify the person because the gender is changing. But in some cases, gender is not changing. You are saying that this is justified?
No, but names are always different because that's what I'm saying. A polling booth, demography, assembly constituency, these details, these guardrails are there.
Identity remains the same.
How is the identity the same? A Golam Nasoom and a 22-year-old Rimpi will not have the same identity.
The epic card remains the same because you have the same card against one single number. Can you have two cards for a same number?
Okay, I'll bring Radhika Kheda in. You're not answering my question because at the end of the day, you also know that an EPIC number is not the only criteria by which you record your vote.
The card, identity card. You have the one card against one number. How can you have two cards issued against two different persons?
Yeah, and then there are other details also, and an election official looks at every detail. You're thinking that as long as I see the EPIC,
this has not been done.
How do I know? Because this is how voting happens. I've voted enough times to know the process that's in place. Radhika Kheda, please come in.
Have you gone into any kind of investigation after the allegations by Mamata?
Professor Mandal, can I please respond now?
Mr. Mandal, I don't think you want to engage in this kind of tutu meme right now, but let's listen into Radhika Kheda, please.
Thank you. I just heard the TMC supporter, Mr. Mandal, calling the election commission stupid. Now, that is the real stupidity. The same election commission that has conducted every election that Mamata Banerjee has won is now stupid and behaving in a stupidity manner, whatever he said by calling him stupid, just because Mamata Banerjee fears losing. Now, this is a classic tactic of dictators who try to discredit institutions when they see that their defeat is near. Now, if you see, Mamata Banerjee's paranoia has reached a new level. She now claims that a grand conspiracy involving the election commission BJP, a tech firm, is trying to manipulate Bengal voters. But the reality is that the election commission, you've seen the press release, itself has categorically denied any fake voter conspiracy. They always say कि जवाब नहीं मिलता, जवाब नहीं मिलता, जवाब आ गया है. The official statement is clarifying that duplicate epic numbers do not mean duplicate voters, and that no one can vote outside the designated constituency, which you clearly explained. Unfortunately, I think the person sitting over here who's giving all these statements on your show right now, he's not voted enough number of times, so he does not know how the election process works. Having said that, Mamata Banerjee's claims are absolutely baseless, and they're an insult to the constitutional body that has conducted the election for decades. Now, why is she doing this? Let's analyze that. Because A, she fears her defeat in 2026, and she remembers and she knows that every autocratic step that she has taken is now going to hit back at her. She's laying the groundwork to cry foul. She knows that Sandesh Khali is going to hit back at her. She knows her recruitment scams are going to hit back at her. She knows her appeasement politics is going to cost the election. She also knows that every time she has failed every woman of West Bengal, every time a woman has been raped, Mamata Banerjee has gone down to even say things like, उसका तो character सही नहीं था. She has questioned the character of the women, of the daughters of Bengal when they have been raped.
But Radhika Khera, to be fair, you've thrown all of this at Mamata Banerjee. She's come out on top. She's come out on top in the state elections.
She has once. But today, if you see, this is the same book that Kejriwal played by. And we all saw how it ended in Delhi. The same book that the Congress played by and the Sharad Pawar faction and the Uddhav Thackeray-led Shiv Sena faction played by. We saw where they have landed. And now they're at loggerheads. But what Mamata Banerjee is forgetting when she's playing these cards, that Bengal has changed. And people Bengal are watching. There is no amount of fake outrage. And if they're so adamant that there has been an issue. Well, she's an India Alliance leader and she's now going to claim the spot that Rahul Gandhi is at. Everybody's saying Mamata Didi ko banao. So when Mamata Didi should come forward and tell all her alliance partners, including herself, and they should all resign. Bhai, the victory that we have is not correct.
Right.
If the other elections are not free and fair, then her election is also free and not free and fair.
And that has been the argument from Omar Abdullah as well. That message he sent to all his alliance partners in the India bloc. Abhijit Majumdar, this entire pitch that's coming from Mamata Banerjee. Now, after the BJP's victories in Haryana, Delhi and Maharashtra, while the rigging charges were coming in from the Congress camp, the TMC was quite an outlier in that entire debate when it came to, claim rigging in those elections. Why suddenly do you feel Mamata Banerjee has come to this conclusion? Because given the allegations she's put out about similar EPIC numbers, it's quite a flimsy argument to allege mass rigging. Why do you think that change in stance has come in?
No, there are 2-3 parts of this. But first, why this has come into play? Perhaps, Kejriwal's defeat. See, Delhi, Bengal, Punjab, Kerala, Tamil Nadu, these have been seen as impossible states for the BJP. Kejriwal, won with such massive mandates in Delhi that everybody thought that it was almost impossible for the BJP to come. Now, BJP's, pretty stellar victory there could have made Mamata Banerjee, a little anxious about this, and this could be because the Election Commission has clarified today that epic numbers being, duplicate epic numbers do not mean that you cannot vote in the genuine constituency polling booth that you are enrolled in, because different states have used the same alphanumeric series. And which is why, there could be a duplication of the epic number. It doesn't mean that anybody could come in from Haryana or Bihar or Punjab or any state and vote in West Bengal. Now, having said that, the EC has also said that, it should, it is going to sort of standardize that, and which is a good thing. Now, there is another part of it. TMC is now sending its leader on this, door-to-door, voters list, confirmation, and they're trying to
audit that they're doing with party workers.
Yeah, they're doing it with party workers. Now, this is a little ironic. I mean, coming from the party which has, BJP last in 2024, before the elections, had alleged that there are 72 lakh fake voters in West Bengal, mainly from Bangladesh and also Myanmar. And Firad Hakim, the mayor of Calcutta, Mayor of Kolkata, and the state urban development minister had, in 2016 taken Malia Siddiqui of Pakistani newspaper Dawn and told her, "Let me take you to the mini Pakistan of Kolkata." In 2024, the same Firad Hakim says, "With Allah's blessing, we will soon be majority in India." So there is clear,
Double standards,
repeated
yeah.
no repeated assertion of demographic change. Mind this. Then in 2024, TMC leader from Barashat, Ratna বিশ্বাস, before the general elections, assures Bangladeshis in her constituency that her party will offer them all help to get onto the voters list. It is on video. It is on video. She is saying this. Mamata Banerjee has said that Bangladeshis who have come here are also our citizens, so I won't allow anybody to send them back. Now, after all this, I mean, is it possible to trust the TMC with the integrity of the voters list? I
Right.
cannot. I don't know. I mean, this is my point. But finally, I agree with the TMC and I also agree with BJP that West Bengal's voter list should be, looked into with great deal of scrutiny and a great deal of, with details and
Absolutely.
with a microscope, because West Bengal is probably the place where the most number of fake voters are, because of demographic change, because of
And
the fluid
absolutely, I
border.
agree with you, because back in 2024, back in the end of 2024, the Telegraph also came up with that report where the Election Commission had discovered 25,000 fake voters in the initial audit of the voter roll. And at that time, the TMC didn't, stand up with its hands up, saying that, there has to be a purge of the voter rolls. They didn't send their party workers door to door to audit the voter rolls. Clearly, there seems to be a shift in the political strategy
And
over here.
Ayushman, why
Go ahead.
stop with the voters list? I would like to make a bigger pitch
Go
that
ahead.
bring in nationwide NRC and start it from Bengal,
Right.
so
But
that all fake voters, all fake citizens are can be weeded out.
absolutely, and that 25,000 fake voters emerged in 11 of the state's 294 assembly seats. Manojit Mandal, please respond to what the BJP and Abhijit Majumdar have said.
First of all, the BJP Sandesh Khali charge, it got them back into their, scheme with the margin of nearly, 6 lakhs vote during that fake news. They had this they were spreading about, mass rape and all. Nothing could be proven so far. It's almost a year. CBI is investigating. Look at the humongous failure on the part of the CBI. The person is in custody, according to them, the main accused is in custody for a year. Nothing. There's not even a single charge sheet of rape, mass
Yeah,
rape, and murder.
TMC has
Look,
been able
hang
to
on.
counter
Please
all of that. I
question
agree.
me.
I agree.
Please question her. You counted this. Show me the charge sheet of mass rape. What is the CBI doing? If you're talking about mass rape, these are all stupid fake narratives that BJP is known for spreading, and they have their lackeys in some kind of authors who was laboriously vexing about how many fake voters are there in Bengal. So you are saying that there are fake voters in Bengal. You are saying 72 lakhs of them. So purge them. And if you think about the border districts of Bengal, mostly the BJP is winning. Go there in North Bengal. Go there in
But
some
then, how
parts
do you
of
react to
India.
what Mr. Majumdar
BJP
is
is
saying, that
BJP.
that Mamata Banerjee
What
has
is your
welcomed
problem, Mr.
has welcomed?
Ayushman? You don't disturb even the author of a single spin.
I'm trying to bring
What is
you
your
to the point.
relationship
You're
with
talking
him?
about
You are
Sandesh Khali.
interrupting every other time. What is
No, no.
this, man?
Okay, go ahead. But try to make a succinct point, please.
I am saying this very categorically that there could be fake voters. There are fake voters. It is the responsibility of the election commission to identify. The TMC is doing their best. They have got every right to look into the electoral rolls. There are anomalies. The chief minister, none other than the chief minister, has spoken about it. It is clearly mentioned. If you say there are only one Aadhaar card, you have two persons of different name, two cards, there must be something seriously wrong. and this needs to be busted by the election commission. They have to have a kind of a comprehensive investigation.
Right.
What is wrong in that?
Right, but the question remains, you're talking but you're talking about fake narratives. You have talked about Maharashtra.
Sandesh Khani was a fake narrative.
No,
That's what I said. Sandesh Khani was
I agree.
a fake narrative.
Or
else let the CBI,
be it fake or not, I'll say that you defeated it politically, beautifully in the elections. I'll give that to the TMC.
They will be defeated again. They will be defeated again.
We'll see.
After
We'll have to wait.
Even after Arjik or Ayushman, out of the 6 bipolar elections in assembly which BJP was holding one,
I agree.
all of them
I agree. You
let them continue with their fake narratives.
I agree. You have risen above all of this. But my entire point is, when BJP won Haryana, when BJP won Delhi, when BJP won Maharashtra, Abhishek Banerjee was front and center along with other TMC leaders that there is no rigging over here, while the Congress was shouting from the rooftops that the elections have been stolen from us. Suddenly you come up with this duplicate EC numbers, and now the EC has given its clarification. Yet you've also said now Delhi was rigged, Maharashtra was rigged. Now you're making this complete U-turn. The question remains, why the change in stance? And why now, after all these results have been done and dusted, why is the TMC waking up now to say, oh, by the way, there was rigging in those elections. We agree with the Congress, which we rejected earlier.
You see, in case of Maharashtra, if you look at the voting patterns...
Sir, done and dusted. वो पहले जब argument हो रहा था, आपने तो कुछ बोला नहीं. अब क्या हो गया? और आप दिल्ली का भी बता दो.
This was identified only very lately. That's what Mamata was saying.
Please, Radhika Kheda, please come in. I mean, come on. Let's not say कि now these details have come out.
Please. If there are fake voters or duplicate voting identity card, they should remain like that, and the EC should be happy with that. That's
no, EC should not be happy with that. EC has said that they are purging the electoral rolls, but for you to claim that an EPIC number is enough for me to vote in any other part of this country, regardless of where I'm from, is categorically false. It is categorically false, and I ran you through it. I'll give you another example. You also put out the number.
Are figuring in both the electoral leagues.
The names are not figuring, it's only the number.
Yeah, but the numbers are the same.
The numbers are the same. I show the number to the election officer. Election officer sees that the name is not the same. I don't get to cast a vote.
Two different persons are there.
Radhika Kheda, please come in.
Yeah. You know,
they can vote in both the states.
Okay. Can I complete?
Go ahead.
You know, we've been hearing Khela Hobe from Mamata Didi, but now Khela Hobe is going to happen with her. She can foresee the Khela that is going to happen with her. Like I said, this is just crying foul because they are losing the election. They've seen that how all Congress and its alliance partners have lost elections, how they have been dismantled everywhere, and how the internal fight of the India alliance is harming every state. Now see, now they're going to come down to the fight that we're going to see is another fight between Congress and Mamata Banerjee when the alliance thing starts. Then Congress, when there will be no alliance, the Congress will start accusing Mamata Banerjee of and bring out many of their the kind of things that Arvind Kejriwal had done, 2,000 crore ka ghotala, 3,000 crore ka ghotala, and lots of things, lots of skeletons will fall out from the Mamata Banerjee's cupboard. So that internal fight, including the way that she has destroyed Bengal, whether it has been the security, whether it has been the Rohingyas, whether it has been scaring the Hindu voters, we had seen in the previous election how she had won. She had booth captured, she had scared Hindu voters, she had mobbed them, then ghar jaake peeta tha, and the way just to appease one section of the society, the way they had struggled. So everybody knows that last election was just one thing that she could pull through. But now that's not going to happen. She stands exposed. So now since she stands exposed and she's already seeing her haar apne samne aankhon ke, so she's crying foul already. वो एक कहावत है हिंदी की, नाच ना जाने आंगन टेढ़ा, which is coming to life right absolutely in front of us where Mamata Banerjee is concerned. This is just पहले से रोने ना कि हम तो हारने वाले हैं, so she has to put the blame. She's not ready to accept because we all know she wants to become the leader of the India Alliance. And if she accepts her defeat, how will she replace Rahul Gandhi? Which is very clear that Rahul Gandhi is on his way out from the India Alliance. So now she wants to maintain that thing. तो उसके लिए दिखाना है कि भाई ये हो रही है, गड़बड़ वो हो रही है. And like you rightfully said in the beginning, why did Mr. Banerjee not stand with his alliance partners?
Absolutely,
the Lok
that's
Sabha
the big
alliance
point.
partners when they were raising this?
Yeah, absolutely. Omar Abdullah rejected it.
Can I
Congress was
come in?
protesting in parliament saying that elections have been
Absolutely.
rigged. The TMC was like, we're not part of this protest.
And
Abhishek,
absolutely, and I still say, I maintain that they should immediately get their alliance partners in Jharkhand, Jammu Kashmir, Himachal, Telangana, Tamil Nadu, all of them should resign and say, no, these elections were rigged. Let's have a free and fair election all over again.
absolutely.
Let's
Manoj,
take that coming forward.
and I don't think that's going to happen. But still, but one thing I agree with Manojit
That's the
Mandal.
way I agree.
But one thing I agree with Manojit Mandal, that even though they've raised this charge very late in the entire scheme of things, this is something that has nothing that the BJP has thrown at the TMC has stuck on them when it comes to electoral politics. But of course, Manojit Mandal, it's
But the same thing happened in Delhi, and we
can I
saw
get
how
I mean,
this
we
time
can't.
Mr.
It's
Kejriwal was
apples and
decimated.
oranges. Let's face it. It's apples and oranges. The two states are extremely different from each other. Manojit Mandal.
नो मेरे पड़ोसन को मैं ये बता दे रहा हूँ कि आपके पार्टी में कैसे हेरा फेरी हो रही है. देखिए, यू टॉक अबाउट दैट ब्यूटीफुल सॉन्ग ऑफ पड़ोसन. आपकी पार्टी, आप बात कर रहे हैं इलेक्शन विनिंग के लिए. देखिए व्हाट इज हैपनिंग, द काइंड ऑफ हेरा फेरी. नोबडी नोज व्हाट सुकांतो मजुमदार इज डूइंग, शुभेंदु अधिकारी इज डूइंग एंड दिलीप घोष इज डूइंग. पहले तो ये हेरा फेरी को थमाओ पैर, फिर बात करोगे पड़ोसन के लिए. एंड कमिंग बैक टू द इशू ऑफ इलेक्टोरल रोल्स अगेन, आई टेल यू, this needs to be purged off. And there is high time, because the rise of voters within a span of 8-9 months, I think raises very big question. And the way BJP is defending the election commission, the fact that it's an independent body, nonetheless, Mr. Amit Shah's erstwhile secretary has become the chief of the election commission. And the way BJP is defending, do you have a kind of league with the election commission?
But the way
You
the
should
kind,
also-
but
should
you
also
also
ask-
have to
you
reflect
should
on how
also ask for
Abhishek
purging
Banerjee
of-
also defended
purging
the
of,
entire poll process.
No,
Sir,
I have
sir,
not,
आप
again,
जीत
I'm
गए.
not
You won
commenting on
3
that.
back-to-back
I'm not
elections.
commenting on that because
And
I have not
Abhishek
seen the
Banerjee
statement of
says
Abhishek
the
Banerjee,
entire
but the way
poll
BJP
process is
defending
extremely
election
transparent.
commission, you have a kind of league with the election commission, then you are not supposed to defend. You should also welcome
Why
this
do you
kind of
think
move.
everyone's
That
like
okay,
the
let us have
Congress?
this.
Sir,
Pointed
sir,
at you.
sir,
Why
if
are
you
you
wake up,
welcoming this move?
if you wake up
Because
late to
you
a
also-
political
we also
narrative,
go to
there are enough
parts
valid
of-
questions which will be
parts of
posed to you.
the fake voters.
If you wake up
Why are
late
you
to
doing
this
that?
political narrative that has been posed by your ally, you can't dismiss it 2 months
The
back
allies-
and now
allies
suddenly
are not-
wake up
they
to
are
it.
all different political parties, Ayushman.
You're all
They
different
are
political parties, but then when you
They have got
oppose
different-
each
they have
other
got
and then you
agency of
come
their
together
own.
on the same topic whenever it's politically convenient. My only
Doesn't-
point is,
doesn't need to be. Doesn't need to be
so,
always.
so my
Doesn't
only
need to
point
be.
is, whenever Mamata Banerjee has fought an election, she has always fought on the basis of her record. I have never
Yes,
seen Mamata
she will
Banerjee
do that.
ahead of elections say ki system hi pura rigged hai. I have never seen her do that.
What kind of argument this? That doesn't mean that, I mean, you can't have a clean electoral roll.
Right.
Every political leader should look for that.
No, because then the question will be raised. You didn't raise it earlier.
Why?
Suddenly, clearly, it
When
seems
you
that you're
were- when you
spooked.
were pointing
Abhishek
out
Majumdar,
the-
I'll give you the last
pointing
word.
out
I
the anomalies in the
only have
electoral
60
roll.
seconds left.
Why should the question be raised?
Manojit Mandal, please stand down. Abhijit Majumdar, I'll give you the final word. Please go ahead.
No, Ayushman, I'm really fascinated that the EVM, instead of the EVMs, now the voter list has come up almost, more than a year before the elections in West Bengal. I mean, that may be a message, that may be telling us something. But as I said, by all means, one should absolutely look at the voters list in West Bengal with in great detail, with with an eagle's eye, and clean up the voters list. There will be big surprises. The people who are crying now, and playing victim, they would be they would have a lot to answer for. And why just the voter list? Bring on the NRC in West Bengal.
Right.
It's time.